We've seen a couple of headlines there, but let's look at the color in the market. We see the color in the market, see more pockets of red at this trading hour there. 42,800 for Bitcoin. Ethereum still $2,500, but we see Solana, that's in the green, keeping that $100 level for the price. BNB is also in the green, 0.5%. That as a native coin for the Binance exchange. Tron is also in the green, but we're seeing the dominant color is red right now. So let's look at the sentiment in the market now. It's still a greedy market, 63 points, less than what we've been used to for a couple of weeks, and coming into 2024. So it's 63 points away from the 70 points. But most investors, trying to use the fear greed index as a way of gauging entry and exit, into markets. So it's still a greedy market. So investors might be on the sidelines at this time or trying to get back in. But let's look at the crypto headlines. Now we see another stable coin there, starting 2024 with a stable coin losing the peg. That's TrueUSD. That's one of the crypto stable coins there. Investors use stable coins as a way of coming out of volatility. When they expect volatility in the market, a stable coin is supposed to keep your money stable, your investment stable. But when it loses that peg, that means TrueUSD is supposed to be 1-for-1 to the US dollar. But losing that peg now means it's less than $1. So you've lost money if you are staying in this stable coin, trying to avoid volatility. So it's quite incredible. We're seeing this happen again after the algorithmic stable coin depegging a couple of years back. So we're getting depegging news again. So Binance has listed WIF. That's another meme coin at this point. Big listing there for WIF, and definitely we've seen that impacted the price. At this time, the meme coins seem to be getting most of the attention. At this point. Now we also see Gemini Exchange, one of the top exchanges in the world, that's gotten approval to list in France. So we see our French brothers that will be having a chance to actually get to trade on Gemini, at this point with this approval. So they're going to be launching very soon. We're seeing a lot of expansion plans there coming from Gemini at this time. Let's bring in Solomon Amunde now, financial market analyst. Hello, Solomon. Great to have you.
Great to have you, Ladi.
Yeah, so it's another story now of another Depeg. Solomon, quite interesting. We did see that happen, before with Luna, but now it's happening again. Another Depeg, and definitely this has incredible impact on investors. What are you seeing?
I feel it's basically a case of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And most persons are quite scared based on previous experience with UST, which we saw crash incredibly. But for TrueUSD, I feel people should relax. There is no cause for alarm, because let's not forget, TrueUSD is one of the stable coins that are actually backed 1-to-1. So what that means is any amount of TrueUSD you see online, they have the equivalent in a bank account as US dollar, and they have issued a statement stating clearly that they are very liquid, contrary to fears of them being illiquid. So I feel people should just ease the whole tension and relax. We saw similar happen last year with USDC, and within a space of a week or thereabouts, USDC regained its peg. So I believe TrueUSD would perform the same thing. It would obviously regain its peg, probably within the next 1 week or two.
But why do most of these stable coins lose the peg? Why can't they just maintain that, 1-to-1 or maybe 1 to 0.99? That's about 99 cents. Why do they have to, always lose that peg every now and then?
In most times, it's because of it's an order book system, and also because of the sell pressure. So what I mean by an order book system is someone can choose to sell a huge amount of TrueUSDT at TrueUSD rather. Someone can choose to sell it at 95 cents instead of $1, and someone else can actually choose to place an order to buy it at around 96 cents. And you just need a little bit of panic, and most persons would sell off to you at that 96 cents. So it takes lots of understanding and education for the holders of these tokens to understand that they should never create a sell order below $1 or at most 99 cents. So I feel it's all about the market makers sometimes manipulating this market to create some arbitrage opportunities and make more money for themselves.
So at the end of the day, a stable coin is impacted by market forces. It's not about having enough backing of US dollars to be able to settle most of that.
Exactly. So it only takes one known figure or someone to come up with a fake story about the platform not being liquid enough. And you know how the crypto market works. When we see a news like that, most persons begin to FOMO. And when you look at TrueUSD, for example, you notice that within the last 72 hours, over $140 million have been moved out of the TrueUSD. People have converted to USDT. So this is majorly because of that news. But so far, so good. They are still holding about $1.9 billion market cap, which is still good news if you ask me.
Right. So a stable coin is supposed to be a hedge, against volatility in the market. That's why we see, when there's a lot of volatility, maybe with Bitcoin and most of the altcoins, investors then run, into the stable coin, to have some kind of protection. But do you have to now get a hedge against a stable coin that's supposed to be actually stable, but when it loses a peg, that means you actually lose money? So how do you create a hedge? Because this crypto market definitely it can do your head in, at some point. You just wonder how to actually navigate, all of these things. So how do you navigate, depegging of stable coins as an investor?
Currently, there's no way to be able to navigate the depegging of stable coins. The best thing is you just have to pick a very solid stable coin. And most times I tell people to go for stable coins like USDC that have been around for a very, very long time, and stay away from algorithmic stable coins.
So, looking at the big boys, when it comes to stable coins like the USDC and the USDT that you mentioned, those ones also have some risk too, don't they? Hello, Solomon. Solomon, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Talking about the big boys in the stablecoin market like the USDT and the USDC from Circle, there's also some risk, with these ones, right?
Technically, so far so good. No feasible risk yet. Currently, no risk. In terms of USDC, there's no risk. While for USDT, they've been around since like 2017. They've been around, and so far they have a very good track record. They have been able to give us details about their bank statements and prove that they are very, very liquid. So I feel these ones are very safe. The stable coins that I would say are not so safe yet, they are still very experimental, is the algorithmic stable coins, which we saw what happened with UST. The crash was very crazy. And we still have more algo stable coins being released, about 3, 4, 5 currently, that have been existing since last year. So people just need to be very skeptical when dealing with those kind of stable coins.
Right, definitely. So you hear it from Solomon there. If you're going to play with the stable coins, try to avoid the algo stable coins at this time. All right, but Solomon, before I let you go now, let's look at the latest listing on Binance. That's WIF. It's another meme coin. And sometimes you just feel like once these meme coins, move from the lower exchanges, investors make all the profit there. Then when they get to the major exchange, they get that listing, they get one last big hurrah, then the next thing, it goes down from there. Is that what you're expecting with this?
Yeah, obviously, that's what I'm expecting, because most of those meme coins, their exit liquidity is centralized exchanges. So once it gets there, there's no more euphoria, there's no more hype, there's nothing to keep it flying. So we've seen it happen several times, except in the bull markets. That's when we saw something totally different. But since the past 2-3 years in this bear market, it's been the same pattern. We saw it with Pepe, we're seeing it now with WIF, and we'll still see it with so many others. So once it gets listed in the major centralized exchanges, for example, Binance, that is where most investors that have been holding their bags since inception, that's where they start dumping. And that's where it begins to lose interest from newbies or new money that want to buy most of those tokens.
Yeah, it's quite incredible how these meme coins got all the attention in this market. Thank you so much, Solomon Amunde, financial market analyst. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ladi.
All right, so there you have it. That's the market today in the crypto space. We're still seeing a lot of volatility, at this point. But that's the show today. Thank you so much for watching. You can visit channelcv.com for more updates. I'm Ladi Williams from the team right here at Channels HQ. It's bye for now.